Hello again, everyone. We are talking with Men United Against Violence, and this is a group that we've talked to a number of times in targeting the violence. Today is a very appropriate day to talk about your next topic that you're inviting people to attend tomorrow, and that is the family, right?
Our campaign is A Child's Future Begins at Home. We know that the foundation of every child is what the parents and family puts into the child. What we've seen recently with so many young violent offenders and victims, apparently it leads back to home environment. So we're emphasizing A Child's Future Begins at Home. Tomorrow we're meeting at New Drolix on Spring Hill Avenue at 11 a.m. Our billboard is up across the street saying A Child's Future Begins at Home. And we're just emphasizing family. So we're inviting moms and dads and children to come out and say, you know what, our society is what we make it at home. So we're starting there, and we believe strong homes will lead to less violence.
John Forward, we were talking a little bit before we started this a few minutes ago about a couple of things that may surprise people. We have had an issue where we had the shooting on the interstate, and a parent involved in that vehicle, driving that vehicle, that did not want to cooperate with police, even though her child had been injured and her niece had been killed. And that may surprise a lot of parents, but you said you're not surprised.
Right. We've had a tendency to subscribe to this thing where people don't want to inform the authorities over crimes that get committed against them. We have situations where families might decide, hey, we just want to deal with this ourselves, right? Which only leads to more violence. So the best thing to do is cooperate with the authorities so that we can solve this in a civil manner.
Before someone else gets hurt.
Correct.
And that seems to be what's happening. John Young, we were talking a little bit earlier that unfortunately these things that are happening seem to be like almost a reality show in real life for some of these people, and it's a second generation of young people that now are parents, and I don't think they see what's happening to their children because maybe it doesn't seem real. I'm not sure.
The brazen violence those urban terrorists committed in the malls shows that there's a lack of conscience. There's no empathy for mankind or humanity, and that starts at home. The brazen violence of a running gun battle on the interstate with children inside the vehicles, that starts at home. We've become too desensitized to hurt and harm. A 9-year-old girl killed at the end of last year, a 16-year-old accused of murder at the beginning of this year. This is becoming all too common, and it's because we've lost empathy, and parents teach empathy. We've lost the respect for mankind and public safety and conscience. That must come from home. And finally, we are hearing people say, why is he out at 6 a.m. in the morning? Why is he out at 1 a.m.? Why is he carrying a gun at 16 years old? And we're saying to the parents, go inside your child's bedroom and look for guns, look for drugs, because the life you save may be theirs or another child.
And another thing here, we are reaching out to people that we hope will care. And some people at home will say, well, the people you need to reach probably won't come to your meeting. And I know that's something you all have in the back of your mind too. But why is it important that we all as parents show up, even though we may not have the most needy parents show up, the ones who need it the most? Why should we all be concerned, and why should we all show up?
So the idea is to continue to spread the message and repeat the message over and over and over and over again, because that way it will reach everyone. We're trying to broaden the audience, and we're aware that the people that we're trying to reach may not come out to a Stop the Violence rally. They may not do that, and they likely won't. But the parents that do come, the families that do come, as long as they spread the message to someone else, it will get to the people that we need it to get to.
So you're saying you're going to try to get parents to become disciples of this message to the parents that may not be on the front lines getting it.
That's why we have the billboards up. It's to prick the conscience. We want people to drive by and see that sign every day and say, you know what, they're right. I do need to become more involved. You know what, they're right. It does start at home. Teaching my child how to read does begin at home. Teaching my child discipline begins at home. Teaching my child responsibility and respect begins at home. So if we can prick the hearts, that's where the change will come. And if they, like he just said, John just said, if we keep hearing it, if we keep repeating it over and over, more and more people will hear it, and we believe the long-term goal we will achieve.
One last thing, where is it? Repeat that information about where we need to be and how we can get this message from you guys tomorrow.
It's New Drawlets, 311 Ari Court on Spring Hill near the interstate, 11 a.m. Just come out, and we really want to encourage families to come out and meet one another, because this is not the only solution to the problem. And if other men and women get together and talk and discuss their ideas, then the message and problem solutions go out further. That's what we're encouraging.
All right, well, we wish you luck, and hopefully you'll have a good turnout tomorrow.